Remember what happened with the van? The van sat for 11 years and basically it just went down the drain. Well, I'm trying to prevent that from happening to the truck. Now, even though this isn't the prettiest truck, it's not really that rusty. And I mean, there is some rust developing over here. I got to get on that before it gets worse. The previous repairs that I did held up. There's really no rust on the hood or the fenders. There's a little rust at the bottom. It's all dented up. You know, it's kind of beat, but these patch jobs that I did are holding up pretty well. This over here has got a hole that needs to be fixed. And I think there was some water leaking down here in the cowl panel, so I'm going to take this off. But I'll tell you what, my plan is to either find another engine or fix the one I got. And you've probably seen the truck before, but here it is. Now, even though the truck is beat and old, you'll notice the engine doesn't look that bad. Because like everything else I own, since I work on it so much, I tend to keep it clean. Yeah, it's a little dirty, but it's been sitting. Batteries, look at the battery terminals. They don't get corroded because I only use brass terminals. And as you can see, I have the battery charger on it. I put it on there last night. It's been charging. So what I want to do, I'm going to see if this truck will start. Now, because the engine has hardly any compression, I have to use a little gasoline to start it. So what I normally do, I just take the gas can and squirt some in there, right down in the intake. All right. I got the leaf blower over here. The reason I use a leaf blower is because rodents or something else was trying to get in here and build a nest. I do not want that to happen like it did on the van. So I'm going to do now, I'm going to go ahead and disconnect the battery charger. We'll unplug it and disconnect the cables. All right. I'm going to close the hood because this thing's missing a spring and it'll fall down. And we're going to try to fire it up. Now, it's been a while. I think it was like a couple weeks since the last time I started it. And nothing has really changed inside. Of course, the mirror fell down more than a month ago. The thing always likes to just come off the windshield. And none of these adhesives ever work. I had this windshield replaced in 2013, and it fell off a few years later. But let's try to fire it up and see what happens. Well, that's interesting. Nothing happens. Okay. Yep, the wire fell off. I gotta get another connector. Look at that. Yeah, that thing is really loose. Squeeze it together. That's better. Something else I need to fix. Hey, it's like the poor man's anti-theft system. All right, let's fire it up. Uh-oh. Come on. Well, it is running. Battery voltage is a little low. Batteries are old. And of course, it's still smoking like crazy. Let's see if the AC still works. Nope. I hope the rodents didn't eat the wires on the air conditioning system. I hate that. But anyway, it does run, and as you probably see, it runs extremely badly. I don't know why this brake light is on. Must be a leak in the system. This doesn't really have a computer in it, so there is no check engine light. Yeah, a little brake float thing was stuck. The light is out. That's good. Okay. See all that smoke? That thing is a crop duster. Oh. All right. Let me rev it up. Oh yeah. Okay. We got all kinds of problems. See if it restarts. It does. Yeah, this has a lot of issues. I mean, obviously it's been sitting, so although the fuel system is clean, I put pure diesel in there. It was not like the vegetable oil mix. So whenever I let one of these engines sit, whether it's a truck, generator, piece of equipment, I always put clean diesel in it. I put brand new fuel filters and then basically parked it. So that's clean. You can see the tank. This tank is almost full. There are two tanks. There's a front and a rear. And other than that, you know, the injection system has problems because the low compression, when you rev it up, you let off, it shuts off. See? So that's going to have to be fixed. But hey, at the very least, now I did put a few pieces of junk in here. I need to start cleaning this up. When these vehicles sit, they have a tendency to turn into a junk collector. So we don't want that to happen. But anyway, that's what I'm dealing with. I don't know why the air conditioning quit working. That was working. But last time I started, it wasn't hot. So maybe I'll look into that. Like I said, hopefully a rodent didn't chew the wires. But yeah, after sitting for probably a couple weeks, it did start up. And the only reason I have it running is like when I need to move my trailer, since the transmission in the van has a weak reverse. This transmission is very strong. It goes forward no problem and reverse no problem. I rebuilt this transmission a few years ago. It works beautifully. So once I locate another engine or rebuild mine, this old truck will be back on the road and doing its job, and then I'm going to pull the transmission out of that van and I'm going to get it working just as good as this. So anyway, I really hope. I see that the little battery light is on. Maybe the alternator is no good. Oh, maybe something ate the wires. Oh well. Anyway, that's all going to come out. When I rebuild or replace the engine, I'm going to clean out the engine compartment. I'll probably do a pressure cleaning. I might even do a repaint under there to get everything back to normal. And then hopefully soon, I'll have a freshly rebuilt and repainted engine to stick in there. It won't be leaking or burning oil anymore. That'll be great. So anyway, that's one of my future projects.